Watcher journey. I'm Wendy and I'm really happy you're here. It is a beautiful day and it is another day that I'm going to be putting something in the crock pot. I have a busy night tonight. I have to go to Bible study. Tomorrow I have to go to Atlanta, Georgia all day to my rheumatology appointment. And so I needed to make sure that Sean had a good meal cooked, and we both have been wanting this recipe for a while. And it is Weight Watchers Crockpot lasagna. I made a couple changes, but not anything too drastic. And it should be simple and easy, and maybe 4 to 5 hours and we will be ready to eat something. So let me tell you what is in it and then we'll start cooking. All right, we have some garlic. You can use fresh. I use the minced garlic from Aldi as a time saver. Canned crushed tomatoes, a large 28-ounce can. 15 ounces of tomato sauce. Those I got from Aldi as well. A little table salt, dried oregano, and basil. Again, those are items that I also pick up at Aldi because they're much cheaper than getting my spices anywhere else. A little bit of crushed red pepper flakes. Not crazy because I don't want it too hot. Maybe about 1/8 of a teaspoon. 6 or 7. I think I have 7, so I'm going to use 7 so I don't waste it. Uncooked, like oven ready lasagna noodles. Now you could use beef, but I'm actually using turkey. We don't eat a lot of red meat here, so I'm gonna use a pound. It's like 1.25 pounds of the Kirkwood turkey from Aldi. The original recipe called for ricotta, but I'm actually going to use the fat-free small curd cottage cheese because I had that on hand, and it's a good swap out. I don't particularly like ricotta cheese, and I'm just beginning to really like cottage cheese, so I use it when I can. We are going to use some baby Bella mushrooms, about 8 ounces. We're gonna use some chopped spinach. This was an addition, and the mushrooms were an addition. They were not in the original recipe, but hey, wherever we can get our vegetables in, let's get them in. I'm going to use the Friendly Farms, again Aldi, Italian style shredded cheese instead of mozzarella. It's got a blend of about 4 cheeses and it's really good. Let me turn the stove down. I'm going to use it's the 4C brand. It is Parmigiano Romano grated cheese. I'm going to use that. And that's it for the ingredients. Really pretty simple and straightforward. So of course you can cook this in the oven. If you don't have a crock pot, you could cook it in an Instapot. There's a lot of ways you can cook the lasagna, but this just happened to be a slow cooker recipe, and y'all know that I'm in love with my slow cooker now. So let me turn the camera down and we'll get started on the first few steps. All right, here we go. I think y'all can see everything. All right, let me put my directions where I can see them. Whoop. All right, there we go. Let me fix this. I need a recipe holder, y'all, for real. All right. Okay, so my pan is already heated. I've sprayed it with a little bit of cooking spray. I feel like y'all need to be closer, but I think that's pretty good. Okay, I sprayed it with a little bit of nonstick cooking spray. And so to this, we're gonna add our turkey. I defrosted it last night, overnight in the refrigerator. And I always keep this in the refrigerator, so for times just such as this. All right, we're gonna add in our onions. Now you could use white onion. I happen to use a red onion for a little bit more flavor. So I got that nice and diced up. And we're also going to add in our mushrooms. Whoop, look at that, flying onion. Okay. Now you could cook these all separate and combine them. I just like cooking them together. I think it gives everything such a good flavor. And then gonna let this cook just a bit, and then we're gonna add in our garlic. Okay. I've had a busy day today. I've already gone to Walmart, Aldi, and Publix. I did not go to Sam's today. I'll probably do that this weekend. But I have a little small grocery haul to put together for you guys. I think it'll go up tomorrow. I don't think it'll go up today. So, but I had to shop for this recipe and another recipe for the recipe collab that's coming up on Sunday. So, and just a few other extra things as well. But I am just in a hurry and a flurry today. It's gorgeous outside. It's very hot outside. I got a little sweaty, and I don't like to sweat. If y'all saw my no tag video, I don't like to sweat. I don't like the summer heat, so. But I did my grocery haul a little bit different for you guys because I knew I would not have time to come home put it all on the counter and let you see it. So I kind of did a grocery haul on the run today. So I'm excited to put that together for you guys. I think I turned my stove down too low. All right. If y'all haven't gone and watched all the no tag videos from all the channels that I listed in the description box, I'm gonna bring you up while that's cooking. Y'all go do that. Roy was on his porch. Joan's Pointed Plate, I've seen hers. I saw Danielle's, and she talked about, you know, what they are doing for the summer and their back deck project. I haven't watched everybody's yet. I think we've got about 12 channels that are participating, and it's just always so fun to see everybody else's answers. A lot of everybody I've seen so far, we have a lot of the same answers. It's funny, I think everybody feels the same way about summer because it's just so darn hot. But anyway, it was fun doing it with Sean because he is not home a lot when I'm filming, and I know y'all love to hear from him. And he really, really enjoys doing the no tag questions. He is not normally a chatter. He's normally kind of keep to himself, a little reserved. But you get those no tag questions going, and he is having a blast. So it's always fun to watch him answer the questions. And sometimes I learn something. We've been married 28 years almost, but one of the stories he told in the no tag, I hadn't heard that. So I learned something right with y'all. This is cooking along. It's already smelling good, those red onions. And I know I've been doing several crock pot recipes lately, but I really like crock pot cooking. I didn't do it for a long time. I used to do it all the time. And then I quit doing it. I don't really know why, because man, it's a time saver. I mean, yes, you got to cook a little bit on the stove and then you got to put it in. But after that, you can kind of set it and forget it, and then you can move on with the rest of your day. So whether I'm cleaning the house, or whether I'm in my office working, or I need to go to town for something else, I don't have to worry about it burning, you know, in the oven or on the stove, or forgetting to turn it up or down. So I'm glad, and I didn't spend a lot on my little crock pot. It was only $34. And you know, y'all know I love Pioneer Woman, so of course I had to get that one. But I mean, you can spend up to $150 on a crock pot, but I just didn't see the need in that. $34 is sufficient for me, for us. And I did get the 6-quart because that gives us a chance to meal prep and put things in the freezer, or an extra couple days of meals. So you know, I don't have to cook every day. So y'all saw the meal prep breakfast. So I mean, I'm really enjoying that because it is 8 very generous servings when I put it in the crock pot, and it's just really helping our time out. Sean can just grab it, put it in his lunchbox, and go. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and add, I'm bring you down. I'm gonna go ahead and add our garlic. All right, get all that done. All right. Woo, when it hits that heat, it smells so good. All right, this is gonna finish cooking, maybe, I don't know, just a couple more minutes. You know, it's gonna also cook a little bit in the crock pot, you know, as it warms all the way through. So don't worry so much if I don't get it quite where I need it on the stove. All right, so all right, after this finishes, which I think we're almost there. We've been chatting about 5 to 7 minutes, and that's about how long it takes. All right, there's not a lot of fat. There's hardly any in the pan, so I don't think I'm gonna have to drain anything. Also, I'm going to be putting together my recipe this week for the recipe collab, and it is all about picnic food. So I'm really excited about seeing everybody's videos. I know a few recipes that'll be coming out, but I purposely didn't look at what everybody was making so I can be surprised. All right, I think we are done. Look how pretty that is. Okay, the next step, we're gonna stir in our basil, our oregano, and our pepper flakes. So let me sprinkle that in. Okay, and our salt. Okay, let's get that going. Ooh, those herbs smell so good. See how fast? I mean, we've been chit-chatting about I don't know, 10 minutes. And look, part of it's already done. What I think is the hardest part. Okay. Of course, if you don't like mushrooms, leave those out. If you want to use a white onion, use that instead. Sweet onion, whatever you want to use. Okay, we're going to stir in our 28 ounces of crushed tomatoes. Get all that out. Okay. Usually I have a homemade sauce made, but I'm out of it. I didn't have it for this, so I just opted for what the recipe called for. All right, so I'm gonna get this stirred in really good. And any extra juice is really gonna help those oven-ready lasagna noodles cook and get really, really tender. And I found those at Aldi too. I like their pastas, the Reggiano brand. Okay, it called for 15 ounces of tomato sauce, but I got two 8-ounce containers, two 8-ounce cans at Aldi, so I'm gonna use that. I'm not gonna waste that little bit of tomato sauce, not gonna hurt a thing. Now this, if it makes 6 servings like the recipe calls for, which I think is a gigantic serving actually, it would be about 10 Weight Watcher points. I'm guessing about 10 bites. I haven't done that recipe conversion yet, but I think we're gonna make it 8 servings because I think 8 servings in the crock pot is a very generous serving. And that would bring it down to 8 points. And that's including the pasta. So, and the cheeses, that's everything. So you cannot beat 8 points for a nice serving of lasagna. Okay, I'm gonna let that just kind of cook just a little bit. All right, now I'm gonna bring you over to the counter and I'm gonna show you what we're gonna combine for one of the steps when it actually goes in the crock pot. So let me bring you to the counter, 1 second. All right, guys, we're gonna combine another step of this that's gonna be a part of the layers in the crock pot. So my addition is chopped spinach. The original recipe did not call for that, but I'm adding it so we can get those good veggies in, okay? So, should be thawed out enough. All right, very good. All right, now remember I said I'm using small curd cottage cheese instead of the ricotta cheese, but you can definitely use the ricotta cheese. And it's a cup, so it would be a cup of the ricotta if you wanted to go that route. So we're gonna mix this. This is gonna give it just some really pretty color too whenever it's dished out, and just some extra, nutrients. Anywhere we can get the veggies in, I feel like we should try to do it. Okay, and then the other thing that we're gonna add to this is gonna be 1 cup of that Italian blend that I got from Aldi instead of using the mozzarella. It has mozzarella in it, so I think it's going to just be some extra flavor. We use that cheese a lot, and it's really good. Just give some depth of flavor. Sometimes to me mozzarella can be kind of plain a little bit. All right, and then we're going to mix in our cup of cheese. All right, look at my new Pioneer Woman bowls that I got. I treated myself. I've been needing some mixing bowls, and I've been using some plastic ones. And I thought, you know what? Heck, I'm going to treat myself. So y'all may be on Pioneer Woman overload over here, but I love Pioneer Woman, all things Pioneer Woman. And one day I'm going to her mercantile. I'm not sure when that's going to be. Maybe I'll make Mr. Sean take me this summer, since he told us what his plans were for the summer. So maybe I'm just going to spring it on him that we're going to go to Pawhuska, Oklahoma and see Pioneer Woman. We can stay in the bed and breakfast there, and we can go to the mercantile. And she has a whole store down from the mercantile that is just Pioneer Woman goodies. My mama loves Pioneer Woman, so I'll definitely have to bring her something back. All right, that is good and mixed. Okay, and I think our meat is ready to come off the stove. So let me grab that off and we'll start layering this. I'm gonna move the camera just a little bit so y'all can see. All right, let me grab the meat. It just needed to simmer about 5 minutes so the spices kind of come together. And of course, it's going to really, really come together when it's in the crock pot. Look how beautiful that is. Oh my goodness. And those mushrooms are just gonna add extra flavor. Like I said, leave them out if you don't like the mushrooms. It's not gonna hurt anything because that original Weight Watcher recipe did not include that. All right. I think I'm gonna get a big measuring cup here. I don't know if I showed y'all these. These were my husband's grandmother's. They're stainless, and I have 4 measuring, you know, they're just graduated. And I love these. I don't know if they make them anymore. They're by Norpro, stainless steel. All right, we're gonna layer about 1/3 of the meat sauce in the bottom of the pan. And this is a pretty hefty pan full of sauce here. So, all right, there we go. Next, we're gonna take 3 of our no-boil oven-ready noodles. And, you know, they're not gonna fit, so we are just going to break them up and we're gonna make them fit in here. All right. Whoop, there we go. Look, flying noodles, okay? Just make them fit however you can. They're gonna cook and you're gonna be able to scoop them out with no problem. All right, there we go. Okay, the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna add about 1/3 of our cheese and spinach mixture. We're gonna put it right on top of these noodles. Okay, making sure I'm in the right order here. Yep. Okay. Sometimes I get ahead of myself. All right. It looks like about 1/3. So I'm gonna kind of smooth that out, try to get it over all the noodles. That'll help them bake. And that cheese is gonna melt in between those layers and it's just gonna be so yummy. Look how pretty. I'm glad we added the spinach. Very Italian colors looking. Okay, there we go. All right. Now we're gonna add another 1/3 of our sauce right on top. Okay. All right. Sean and I have been talking about lasagna for weeks. So when I came across this recipe, I was like, oh, that is it. That is what we're gonna make. Okay, got that there. All right, now we're gonna put our other 3 noodles in there. Now, this could definitely be put in the oven if you don't have a crock pot or you don't want to cook it in the crock pot. But I think it's going to be fun. Years ago, I had a Weight Watcher version of lasagna, but I couldn't find that recipe, so I went online and found this one. Okay. Now, we're going to put. Let's see. Make sure I got my steps right. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna save that for the top. I kept thinking I was in the wrong order, but I'm not. Okay, there we go. Now, I'm gonna put the rest of our meat mixture and then that last little bit of the cheese mixture. I don't think there's any really right or wrong way to layer this. Goodness, it's all going to be melded together in this crock pot. And y'all know I'm not fancy. Lord, I get things out of order. Sometimes I burn things. I try to get it really perfect for you guys, but I really, truthfully, am just a home cook. And sometimes at home, things don't go as planned. And that's okay. All right. Last little bit on the top. I can't believe how pretty that is. Okay. Kind of spread that out. I think I had a little more than 1/3 in the layers, but that's okay. Just enough to give it some color on top. Alrighty. Look at that. Look how good that is. All right. Now we are going to turn this baby on. We're going to put it on low and we're going to do it. The directions say let's see. 4 to 6 hours. Now, I know that this runs a little hot. I'm gonna try 4.5 hours. We're gonna see what that's looking like at 4.5 hours. I wanna make sure I get my seal down. All right, we're good, I'm pretty sure. Yep, okay, we're good. So, all right, there we are. 4.5 hours, I'm gonna come back and check it, and then we'll finish the last step, and then we'll be ready to eat dinner tonight, maybe with a side salad, and we're gonna have us a nice lasagna tonight. So hang tight, guys. I'll be back as soon as this beeps and we'll finish up. Hey y'all, okay, it is done, except for the last step. Let me turn the camera down, show you what it looks like right now. We're gonna put our cheese on top. I'm going to let it melt and kind of just congeal just a little bit, and then we'll come back for a taste test and a final look. Look how pretty this is. Look at that. Oh, it's yummy. All right, this is about a 1/2 cup of that Parmesan Reggiano cheese and about a 1/2 cup or so of that Italian blend. This is going right on top. Let this get nice and soft right on top. Okay. All right, I'm gonna let that pat that down just a little bit. All right, I'm gonna close up the crock pot again and just let it sit there. Turn it off. Make sure I'm gonna put it on warm. All right, alrighty. There we go. Okay, I'll be back in just a few minutes. Okay, y'all, the cheese is melted. I sprinkled a little bit of dried parsley on top. It still needs to really cool so we can get some pretty even, 6 to 8 pieces out of it, but I do want to do a little taste test. Let me show you the top of it before I dig into it. Ooh, look at that. Ooey gooey goodness. Okay, let me give it a taste test. All right. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be so good. I can see the spinach and the noodles. Ooh, y'all, that's hot. Look at there. Look at that. Okay. And I'm gonna drip it on me. Super hot. That's really good. I do say it needs some more salt or some garlic. Just a tad more salty flavor. But other than that, man, this is delicious. I think Sean's gonna like it. I think we're gonna get 8 servings out of it. 6 is gonna be like a gargantuan piece of lasagna. So 8 points, serving of, 8 people. I think that's gonna be a really good serving. So I'm gonna let this cool some more. When we get it plated up, I'll show you a picture of it. But that's gonna be it for now. I want you to do something for yourself the rest of the day. Get out and take a walk, just relax, and just remember that you are worth it. Hey y'all, I'm back from Bible study, and the lasagna has completely cooled now, so I can start putting it up, but I wanted to show you what it looks like out of the crock pot. Check it out, look how pretty that is. All right, this is an 1/8 of a serving. Of course, they may not be all identical sizes, but it's pretty close. But look how good that looks. Oh my gosh, it's so delicious too. All right, I had a piece before I went to Bible study. I couldn't wait. Mine was a little not congealed together, but I could not wait to eat it. So anyway, I just wanted to bring y'all back, let you see the finished product. So I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna clean up the kitchen, and I'm gonna get to bed a little early tonight because I've got to get up early in the morning to go to Atlanta for my rheumatology appointment, and I don't want to be sleepy on my drive tomorrow. It's a long day tomorrow. So thank y'all so much for hanging with the video. I appreciate y'all watching, and as always, if you make the recipes and you change anything or you add anything, let me know, because my recipes are our recipes. And just because I like a certain seasoning doesn't mean you like a certain seasoning. And feel free to change things and let me know, so maybe I want to try that next time. But this was a thumbs up from Sean, a thumbs up from me. So I'll definitely be making this one again. And I want you to just have a wonderful rest of your night and take it easy and love yourself a little bit tonight and give yourself permission to feel however you feel. I've really had it on my heart today to just let people know that I know people are struggling with many things, not just their weight, but just life in general. And I want you to know that I really appreciate y'all. I see y'all, I love y'all, and I care about y'all. I know I'm on this side of the camera and you're on that side of the camera, but I want you to know that I do very much care. So that's just been on my heart today, and I've just wanted to share it a couple times. So I'm a little sappy today, I'm sorry. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like and comment and share, and most of all, subscribe so you'll see more of this kind of content. So I'm gonna jump off here, clean up, and go to bed, and I will see y'all. Probably the next video will be my recipe collab, and that will be coming up on the 18th, so stay tuned. I'll see you guys later.